Welcome to English Practice Lab. Here at English Practice Lab, we're really all about helping you learn and practice English in a way that's simple, useful, and directly something you can use in real-life situations.
And today, we're going to take a deep dive into a really common topic. It's super useful, too, how to talk about your weekend in English. This is one of those conversations that just comes up all the time, right?
Absolutely. And, learning to talk about your weekend isn't just about practicing grammar points. It's really about connecting with people, building relationships, and using those essential English phrases in a setting that feels natural. So you're going to hear some real-life examples today, pick up some key vocabulary, and get some super helpful phrases you can basically start using right away.
That's right. So let's maybe start by talking about why this matters so much, especially in English-speaking cultures. In many places, particularly where English is spoken, the weekend, Saturday and Sunday is a really important time. It's kind of this dedicated period for relaxing, spending time with family, with friends, doing things you enjoy outside of work or school.
Right. It's that chance to just sort of relax and recharge before the next week hits.
Exactly. It's crucial.
And because it's such a big part of life for so many people, you hear it all the time. How was your weekend? It's just a natural way to kick off a conversation, show you're interested in someone, and, well, connect on a more personal level.
Precisely. And being able to answer that question confidently, maybe with just a few interesting details, that really helps you make new friends. It helps you practice your English and just feel a bit more, engaged with the people around you. It's like opening a little window into your life, not just giving a report.
Yeah, that makes sense. So if you want to answer confidently, what's a good way to structure it? Is there like a simple formula?
There is, actually. We found a pretty basic structure that makes it easy to follow. When you're talking about your weekend, you generally want to cover maybe 4 main points.
Okay, what are they?
First, what you did like, your main activities. Second, when you did them, was it morning, afternoon, evening? Third, who you were with, friends, family, maybe you were alone. And then fourth, how you felt about it. Was it fun, relaxing, busy, exciting, peaceful, productive, or maybe even just kind of lazy?
That seems straightforward enough. Activities, when, who, and how you felt.
Exactly. It's a perfect little roadmap. So, for example, you could say something simple like, on Saturday morning, I went to the park with my friends. It was very relaxing and fun. See, that covers all the points pretty clearly.
Yeah, okay. Simple and clear. I like that.
So to kind of show you how this works with real examples, we thought we could share a bit about our own weekends recently. This way you can hear some natural English and see the vocabulary in action.
Sounds good. I can start with my Saturday if you like.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so last Saturday, I woke up around 7:30 a.m., which is pretty standard for me on a weekend. And it was just a beautiful sunny day outside, so that immediately put me in a good mood.
Nice. Always helps.
Definitely. So I made a simple breakfast, just coffee, toast, scrambled eggs. And while I was eating, I put on some music just to get the day going. Then I did a really quick 10-minute kitchen cleanup, washed the dishes, wiped the table, nothing major. After that, quick shower, got dressed, just jeans, t-shirt, a light jacket. And by about 9:30, I decided to walk over to the supermarket. It's only like 5 minutes away. Grab some groceries, vegetables, fruit, bread, milk, and, maybe a little bit of chocolate too.
Gotta have the chocolate.
Yeah.
Sounds like a nice, calm, practical start to the day.
It really was. So later in the afternoon, after I put the groceries away, I made pasta for lunch, just simple tomato sauce and cheese. And after eating, I felt like relaxing a bit, so I put on an episode of this funny comedy show I've been watching. Yeah, I actually laughed out loud a few times. Then I took a really short nap, maybe just 20 minutes, which always makes me feel better. Around 3 p.m., I called my friend Sarah just to catch up.
Nice.
Yeah, we talked about her work stuff, her dog. I told her about a book I was reading. Then after our call, I thought, you know what? It's still nice out. I'll go for a walk in the park.
Good idea.
It was lovely. Saw kids playing, people walking dogs, families having picnics. I just found a bench and sat there for a while watching the birds. It felt really, really peaceful.
That sounds like a perfect way to recharge on a Saturday.
Really calm.
Very calm.
Yeah.
What about your evening then? Did it stay peaceful?
Pretty much. By 6 p.m., I was back home. And honestly, I didn't really feel like cooking a big meal. So I just ordered a small pizza, mushrooms, and olives.
Yeah.
While I was waiting for it, I did a quick tidy up in my room. Then pizza arrived. I ate that while watching a romantic comedy on Netflix. It was okay. Not amazing, but fine for a relaxed evening,
Yeah, sometimes okay is exactly what you need.
Exactly. Then I finished the night with some herbal tea and read my book for about 30 minutes before bed. Brushed my teeth, washed my face, usual routine. And I think I was asleep by about 10:30 p.m. Felt tired, but definitely happy with the day.
That really paints a nice, clear picture of a very peaceful Saturday. Mine was
Yeah.
quite different, actually.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Well, I woke up a bit later than you, for starters. Then in the afternoon, I actually went out with some friends. We decided to check out this new coffee shop downtown that everyone's been talking about. Apparently, they have really unique pastries.
Ooh, pastries. Always a good plan.
Right. So we spent a couple of hours there just, talking, catching up, shared stories about our week, talked about movies, just enjoyed hanging out. Spending time with friends like that is always a great way to unwind for me.
Yeah, definitely. Sounds like a delicious way to socialize, too.
It really was. And then later that evening, things got a bit more lively. I had a birthday party to go to. Yeah, it was for my friend Mark's 30th birthday, so it was a pretty big celebration. There was music, lots of dancing, tons of good food. I even attempted to sing Happy Birthday really loudly when they brought out the cake. Not sure how in tune I was, but I gave it my best shot.
Uh-huh. I'm sure you sounded great. That's definitely a different vibe from my quiet Saturday, but both sound equally good in their own way.
Yeah, exactly. Weekends can be so different.
So let's move on to Sunday. How did your Sunday shape up after the party?
Well, as you might guess, I woke up pretty late on Sunday. Definitely feeling tired from Mark's party.
I bet.
But the good news was I had breakfast with my family. We actually had pancakes, which is great.
Oh, pancakes. Nice Sunday treat.
Totally. Then, after breakfast, I actually helped my mom clean the house for a bit. I tackled my room and the living room. It was, hard work, but it felt good afterward to see everything looking clean and organized.
Yeah, that post-cleaning satisfaction is real. What about your afternoon? Did you relax then?
Not exactly relaxing. I had to do homework, spent a good chunk of time studying math and English. I'll be honest, it wasn't the most fun part of the weekend,
I understand.
but I definitely learned a lot. But then, after the studying was done, I did reward myself. I played some video games for a while. I found that really fun. A good way to switch off my brain.
Nice. Bit of fun after the work.
Exactly. And then in the evening, my family and I just watched TV together. We found this comedy show. It was actually really funny. We all had a good laugh. So yeah, my weekend was kind of a mix, lots of fun with friends and family, but also got some work done, learned some things, a bit of everything.
That sounds like a well-rounded weekend too, and it really shows the variety, doesn't it? My Sunday was different again.
Oh yeah. Tell me about your Sunday.
Well, I woke up a bit later than Saturday, maybe 8:30 a.m. Felt a little lazy, so I actually stayed in bed for a bit, just scrolling on my phone, reading messages.
The Sunday morning scroll. Classic.
Totally. Around 9 a.m., I finally got up, made oatmeal with banana and honey and some green tea, felt nice and healthy. Then, after breakfast, I tackled the laundry, hung the clothes outside to dry since it was still nice out.
Productive.
Trying. Then I decided to clean the bathroom. I don't love cleaning, but I really do appreciate it when it's done.
I know exactly what you mean.
Around 11:00 a.m., I wanted to do some light exercise, so I found a 15-minute yoga video on YouTube. That was really relaxing, actually. Just a nice stretch.
Yoga's great for that. So, a productive morning after all that relaxing on Saturday. What about your afternoon?
Well, in the afternoon, I decided to try something totally new for me. I baked banana muffins. First time ever.
Oh, wow. How did they turn out?
They were actually pretty good. I found a really simple recipe online. Just needed flour, eggs, bananas, sugar, a little oil. They were small but tasted delicious. I was quite proud.
That's awesome. Baking adventures.
Yeah. And while they were baking, I listened to a podcast one about travel and English learning, actually. I find listening while I'm doing other things like baking or cleaning really helps me pick up new words without really trying too hard,
That's a great tip, multitasking your learning.
Definitely. After the muffins were done and cooling, I spent some time at my desk journaling, just writing about my week, how I was feeling, some goals. It's just a good way for me to process things and relax. Then around 2:30 p.m., I made a simple lunch, just rice with some vegetables. And, of course,
a banana muffin for dessert.
You guessed it. Had to enjoy the results of my baking.
Naturally. So how did you wrap up your weekend? Sounds like it was pretty calm overall.
It was. In the evening, I called my mom. She lives in another city, so we try to chat on Sundays. We talked for maybe 30 minutes. She told me about her garden, her cat. I told her about my weekend, especially the banana muffins.
Did she want the recipe?
She did, so I promised to send it to her. Then around 5:30 p.m., I started doing a little prep for Monday. Planning my work week, checking emails, getting my clothes ready. Just helps Monday morning feel less rushed.
Smart. Good routine.
For dinner, I kept it light, just a salad with tuna and beans. And, okay, maybe a tiny bit more chocolate.
Haha. The weekend chocolate strikes again.
It does. After that, clean the kitchen, wash the dishes. Around 7 p.m., I watched another episode of that comedy show, still making me laugh. And then, to wind down, I put on some light music, lit a candle, just created a really calm atmosphere. I find that helps me sleep better.
Nice ambiance.
Yeah. Around 9 p.m., I turned off my phone, which is key for me, read a few pages of my book, and I think I fell asleep pretty early, maybe 9:30 p.m. Just felt really peaceful, relaxed, and actually ready for the new week.
Wow, yeah. That sounds like a very well-spent, balanced weekend.
Yeah.
Lots of detail there. And like you said earlier, our stories show so much variety, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's quiet baking or a lively party.
Exactly. Simple weekends can often be the best. And the key thing for our listeners is being able to share those experiences, whatever they are, using English.
Precisely. So let's get into the really practical stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
The key phrases, the grammar you need, and some helpful tips for actually talking about your weekend.
Okay, let's do it.
First up, how do you ask someone? The most common way, as you mentioned, is just, how was your weekend? Super simple, super common.
Right. Or you could ask something like, did you do anything fun? Or maybe, did you go anywhere special?
Yeah, those are great too. Another useful one is, how did you spend your Saturday and Sunday? That invites a bit more detail.
Okay, so those are good ways to ask. Now, how about answering? You said the key is the simple past tense, right?
Absolutely crucial.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about actions that are finished. They happened in the past.
Mm.
So like, you wouldn't say, I go to the park. You need to say, I went to the park.
Or instead of I have breakfast, it's I had breakfast.
Exactly. And there are quite a few common verbs that are irregular in the past tense, meaning they don't just end in a ed. You just kind of have to learn them.
Yeah, irregular verbs. Let's list a few really common ones you might use for weekends. Go becomes went, like I went to the park. Have becomes had. I had breakfast with my family. Mabao becomes did. I did some cleaning. See becomes saw. I saw a great movie. Make becomes made. I made banana muffins. That was me. Eat becomes ate. I ate pizza. Me again. Spend becomes spent. I spent time with friends. That was you. And wake up becomes woke up. I woke up early or late.
Perfect examples.
Yeah.
And luckily for regular verbs, it's much simpler. You just add "ed" to the end. So
Yeah.
clean becomes cleaned. I cleaned my room. Watch becomes watched. I watched a comedy show. Play becomes played. I played video games. Help becomes helped. I helped my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Study becomes studied. I studied math. And like becomes liked. I liked the movie. Attend becomes attended. I attended a party.
Yeah.
And cook becomes cooked. I cooked pasta.
That makes it easier. So use the simple past. What else helps make your answer good?
Using descriptive words,
Yeah.
adjectives, right? Instead of just saying, it was good, try using words that give more feeling, like
Relaxing, fun, busy, quiet.
yeah, or peaceful, exciting, productive, maybe even lazy, if that's how it was, or wonderful, great, delicious, tasty for food.
Right. So you could say, it was a peaceful weekend, like mine mostly was. Or, I had a really fun Saturday, like yours sounded.
Exactly. Or even, Sunday was pretty lazy, but honestly, I needed it. Using those specific words helps the other person really imagine your weekend much more clearly. It adds color.
That's a great point. It brings the story to life a bit more.
And one more thing on that, don't forget to add small details. Instead of just saying, I eat lunch, maybe try, I had a delicious family lunch with my parents.
Yeah.
It just paints a clearer picture, makes your English sound more natural, more fluent.
Okay, that makes sense. Little details matter. Should we maybe try a quick role play just to show how it works?
Yeah, good idea. You ask me.
Okay. So, hey, how was your weekend?
Oh, hey. My weekend was really nice. Thanks for asking. On Saturday, I went out with some friends and we visited that new coffee shop downtown.
Oh, yeah. The one with the pastries.
That's the one. Then in the evening, I attended my friend Mark's 30th birthday party. It was really fun, very exciting.
Wow, that sounds like a fantastic Saturday. Busy but fun.
Yeah.
And what about Sunday? Did you do anything interesting then?
Yeah, well, Sunday, I woke up pretty late because I was definitely tired from Saturday night.
Understandable.
But I had breakfast with my family, which was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then I helped my mom clean the house for a bit, which actually felt pretty good afterwards. Later on, I studied some math and English, and after that, I played some video games. So, yeah, it was a productive day overall.
Excellent. See? You used went, visited, attended, woke up, had, helped, studied, and played, all perfect, simple past tense verbs. And you added great details, like the coffee shop, the party, helping your mom, how you felt. That's exactly what you want to aim for when you answer.
Absolutely. Yeah, honestly, the more you practice saying it, the more natural it starts to feel. So Maybe we can give some practical tips for everyone listening.
Yeah, let's summarize some key takeaways.
Okay, first tip, keep it simple. You really don't need to describe every single minute of your weekend. Just focus on the main things you did, the highlights.
Good point. Second tip, use those descriptive words we talked about. Adjectives really help express how you felt or what things were like: fun, relaxing, busy, delicious.
Third, practice using the simple past tense. This is so important for talking about the weekend. If you're not sure about a verb, just quickly look up its past tense form. It's worth it.
Fourth, remember to listen actively when someone tells you about their weekend and be ready to ask them back, "How about you?" or "What did you do?" It shows you're interested and keeps the conversation going. It builds rapport.
And fifth, maybe the most important one, don't worry about making mistakes. Seriously. The main goal here is just to communicate, to share your experiences. Everyone makes mistakes. Even native speakers sometimes fumble their words. It's all part of learning.
Absolutely. So, here's a little challenge for you listening. After this, try describing your last weekend out loud. Maybe tell a friend or just talk to yourself, or even write down a few sentences about it. Just the act of saying it really helps cement it in your mind.
Yeah, definitely practice out loud. And remember, every weekend has something interesting, even the quiet ones. Maybe it was just a moment of peace you enjoyed, or a new recipe you tried, like the banana muffins.
Or a fun conversation you had. There's always something you can share.
And don't forget, asking about the weekend is also a fantastic way to learn about other people. When you ask someone, "How was your weekend?" you often discover new things about their life, their hobbies, their family. It really does help build those connections.
So true. Okay, before we wrap up, we have a question for you, our listeners. What's your biggest challenge in learning English? We'd genuinely love to hear your answers. Please leave a comment below and let us know. And while you're there, tell us what topics you'd maybe like us to deep dive into next time.
Yeah, we'd love your suggestions. And thank you so much for joining us today on this deep dive into talking about your weekend.
We hope you found it helpful, and we invite you to subscribe to English Practice Lab for more useful lessons like this one. Keep practicing your English, and we'll talk to you next time.